So now we are at I believe it's day 2 of a post-Kate sighting, the alleged Kate sighting, where this grainy pap shot was taken by a paparazzi from TMZ. And it did not do a whole lot to quell the rumors floating around out there. If anything, it actually created a whole new avenue of theories and just caused people to go down a whole new rabbit hole. So what are some of the theories? And I'm only going to list some of the theories that I really think are actually plausible theories. And one of them might sound a little weird to you, but one of the theories is that the woman sitting in the passenger seat next to Carol Middleton could be a Kate Middleton body double. And that might sound, oh, that's so ridiculous, but it does give some kind of body double vibes. Now, I'm not saying that I believe 100% that it's a body double, but like I said before in my previous video, the picture looks like Kate, but it also doesn't look like Kate. There are also a lot of inconsistencies. The main thing for me is there is evidence from other elements of the photograph, not just her picture, but other parts of the photograph that suggest that this is some kind of Frankenstein doctored Photoshop picture, like the extra tires on the car. And some people were mentioning the direction of the sunlight and so on and so forth. I'm not going to pretend to be a lighting expert, so I'm not going to really talk too much about that. But for me, the main thing that gives me doubt about the authenticity of the picture is that there's just one crappy picture and not several more. And really, as we know how the paparazzi operate, they're going to take a burst of pictures, not just one very static looking picture. Okay, so there's that. Then we have immediately KP issued a denouncement of the pap shot, condemning it as unauthorized. And right away, to me, that seemed like an act. It's like the saying, methinks you doth protest too much. It seems like there's too much coordination between, obviously we know that there is a collusion between the British press and Kensington Palace. We already know that is established. But one thing, I don't know if a lot of people know this, I actually became aware of this, that TMZ, who actually released this photo, is owned by Murdoch, and Murdoch actually owns the rest of the British rags, and report negatively on who they want to report on and report positively on who they want to report positively on. So there is definitely coordination with certain American media outlets and the British press because they have the same owner. Besides, since the paparazzi obey anybody, since the paparazzi follows in lockstep with whatever the royal family says, I mean, they are relentless when it comes to hounding whomever they want to hound. Look at how they treated Diana. Look at how they treat Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. So now suddenly they're all so meek and obedient when it comes to protecting Kate's privacy. Doesn't add up. Does not add up. It stinks to high heaven. Then from there, things just all cascaded into a comedy of errors. The Ministry of Defense issued a statement that Kate was set to make an appearance at the Trooping the Color ceremony in June. So everybody was like, wow, Kate's finally going to do an official engagement. And then just like that, it was shot down by KP. And then things just got weirder and weirder from there. The Ministry of Defense was basically forced to scrub the announcement from their website and pretty much pretend it never happened. And that just obviously led to a whole new slew of speculations. I mean, did Kate's camp announce her attendance without KP's knowledge? And if so, why? How come? Are they not actually together? How is it that there's no coordination between what Kate's camp is announcing and what KP is announcing? Seems to be in conflict, and that would expose all the previous statements that KP has been making about, oh, she's doing so well and William is propping up pillows for her and shooing him away and all this stuff. That makes all those statements even more obvious to be lies, because based on this conflict of information, these two people are not together anymore. And also, did the Ministry of Defense jump the gun after seeing this picture? I mean, this is a ceremony that Kate has previously attended in previous years. So I guess this is just her thing. So maybe when the Ministry of Defense saw the pap shot yesterday, or was it day before yesterday, maybe they were like, oh, okay, so Kate's gonna be at the Trooping the Color ceremony thingy. And then Willie is like, William is like, look, I can't conjure up Kate in June for whatever reason. So he basically forced them, and I'm going to say, yes, William is KP. He forced the Ministry of Defense to retract their statement because, for whatever reason, Kate can't actually be manifested in June. And that just brings up even more doubt as to the authenticity of this very well-timed pap shot. I mean, it's clear by now that she's not showing up in Easter because they keep pushing back the date that she's supposed to make an appearance. It's obvious that they're buying time, and we have no idea exactly why, because there's so much secrecy and lies coming out of Kensington Palace. So, as an outsider looking in, and I'm pretty sure even for people living in the UK, the royal family looks like a shit show right now. What a mess. What a crazy, ridiculous family. They are a mess. Ever since Queen Elizabeth II died, it seems to have all been going downhill. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're a monarchist, anti-monarchist, doesn't matter. That woman was the glue that held together the royal family. And as soon as she died, all her wishes, her son decided to break all her wishes. He brings on this, his mistress, tries to legitimize her by making her queen in defiance of the late queen's wishes. She was supposed to be queen consort. and not the queen, as she's running around wearing this crown on her head, talking about she's a queen. She's not supposed to be the queen. She's supposed to be queen consort. Not that any of that matters. It's all just a bunch of BS anyway. And what else did they do? They evicted Harry and Meghan from the home that the late queen gifted to them. A whole bunch of other things they did in defiance of the late queen's wishes. I'm not going to say that I'm not entirely a superstitious person. I'm a very rational thinking person, but I also believe in a little bit of superstition. And right now, they're looking kind of cursed. I'm just going to put it out there. They are looking cursed. They're fucking up. They look like a mess. There's no organization. Nobody's talking to each other. It doesn't seem like they like each other very much in that family. You know, they don't act like a family at all. And I'm just wondering, like, what is their purpose, really? What good purpose are they serving? I mean, okay, maybe I'm not the right person to ask this question because I'm not a UK citizen, but I still have the right to an opinion and I still have the right to ask a question. But really, what purpose do these people serve? They are just sucking up the taxpayers' dollars, and they can't even be forthcoming. They can't even be truthful. Is it not obvious by now that Kensington Palace has just been issuing lie upon lie, layers and layers of lies surrounding this whole mystery of Kate Middleton? And back to the so-called pap shot again. Like I said, the picture bears a strong resemblance to Kate, but that does not mean that the picture is authentic. It seems very much staged, orchestrated, coordinated, whatever word you want to use. Something does not add up. And I think William is probably very hard pressed to produce more images from her. Maybe he thinks he's off the hook now because, okay, fine, you know, they've been hounding me, bothering me about where's this woman. The American press is onto the story. Everybody keeps asking about Kate. Fine, now you got your picture of Kate. Now leave me alone. Now get off my back. Not so fast. Not so fast. All right, let me know what you think. Do you feel like the picture is legitimate? Do you feel like it's actually Kate? Do you think it's a body double? Do you think it's a composite photograph, meaning that it's AI and Photoshop and a real photo mixed with AI and Photoshop, combination of all three? What do you think? And what do you think of all of this? These conflicting announcements that do not point to the picture of a happy and harmonious family that they so desperately try to paint to everybody that they are. All right, so I'll catch you guys later. And I don't know, to me the plot thickens.